Hey everyone, CV Tech here. Today I'm giving my first thoughts and my first look at the LG Optimus Zone 3. This phone is on Verizon Wireless, and I'm taking on the phone a little bit, give you a few specs, power the phone on, and just kind of show you how it looks and everything. This is not really an unboxing. However, I will tell you what's in the box. It came with the phone, of course, the battery. It comes with the micro USB charging cable. It comes with the wall adapter, the owner's manual, and a few Verizon things, stuff like that. Pretty much it out of the box. So yeah. So here's the phone, and you look at the phone. It looks pretty nice. It came a long way from the Optimus Zone 2 that was out a little while back. Really added some good features and everything. On the side here is your volume rocker. On top is your secondary microphone. On the bottom is your 3.5 millimeter headset jack, micro USB charging port, and your microphone there. Right side is your power button, your camera and flash, and your single rear speaker down here. Now this phone runs a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 210 processor with 8 gigabytes of internal storage and surprisingly 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, which is kind of odd. I really wasn't expecting that much RAM in this little cheap phone, but 1.5 gigabytes of RAM is pretty awesome. The battery uh, like I said, is replaceable. It's got a 1940 milliamp hour battery. Has your SIM card here, micro SD card slot. The back of this phone is made just like the Zone 2, and it's very slick. It has that feel to it, but it's very slick. I mean, it'll fall out of your hands so fast. I mean, if you get this phone right here, I would definitely recommend a case because it will slide just right out of your hand with ease. It's that slick. It's got a 5 megapixel camera on the rear with LED flash, records in 720p, and has a 2 megapixel camera in the front, records in WVGA quality. Um, so yeah, 4.5-inch display. Not bad. We'll go ahead and power the phone on. This phone costs $40 at Walmart. Now that's what it costs here, and that's not a bad price for the phone. For the phone, what you're getting, the size of the screen, with the RAM and the ROM and everything that you're getting, it's not bad. $40 is a good price. This phone is LTE compatible, which is even better. And like I said, I was a little shocked when I got it and everything, but after using it a little bit, it's just you can tell it's a cheap phone, but it'll be good for somebody who wants to buy a phone that's cheap. And I will show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. Power the phone on. The screen really don't look too bad. The screen is pretty clear. I'll try to clear it up a little bit. It is a little pixelated, a little washed out. There's nothing really to brag on, but it's not too bad. Um, of course, it's not HD, nothing like that, but it is 4.5 inch. The phone does seem to run pretty smooth. It does have a little bit of lag in it here and there. Sometimes whenever you move your finger across the screen, it don't want to it don't want to go a lot of times, or when it does, it wants to like push an app instead of actually moving the screen. So I have noticed a little bit of slowness when scrolling through the screens. So yeah, that's one of the problems I've encountered with the phone. It won't matter to some it will, but like I said, the phone is fairly smooth, but sometimes it don't register that great, and sometimes you will end up pushing an app instead of scrolling. Now it does come with your usual Google stuff here, as you see there. Your LG stuff like quick memo, messaging, voice recorder, downloads, and file manager, and a few other things to come on the phone. Now I tried to run a benchmark test on this phone, but when I do, it always says to turn off network connection to run benchmark app. Now, you got to have a network connection to run benchmark app. So when you turn it off, it just won't do anything. So I can't really run a benchmark app on it. But like I said, it does run the 1.1 gigahertz quad core Snapdragon 210 with 8 gigs of onboard storage and 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. It does run Android 5.1.1. Pretty much your standard settings menu here. Go to the About Phone, look at the software. 5.1.1 Highly doubtful it'll get anything bigger than that, but still it does come out with 5.1, which is the next to the latest thing out right now. So pretty much, you drop down here, yeah, activating. Phone's not activated; it won't be activated. You got your little scroll screen here, like your flashlight. Pretty cool to have that on a phone. Airplane mode, all that stuff down here, and you drop down. Overall, though, pretty smooth phone. I mean, $40 for this phone has double tap off and double tap on, stuff like that, and it works pretty well. Other than a little bit of a slow screen and not always wanting to register just right, a lot of times. Other than that, for $40, you really can't go wrong with buying this phone. I mean, um, compared to the Zone 2 that had a 3.5-inch display, jumping to a 4.5, to add in a front facing camera, which the Zone 2 did not have, adding flash and a better camera, which the Zone 2 had a smaller 3 megapixel camera with no flash, and it had 3G only. This has got LTE, and so they really did a much better job, going from the Zone 2 to the Zone 3 when they made this phone. So, yeah, stay tuned for the more full review coming up later. If you haven't checked out my front facing video sample, you can go check that out on my channel. Just tell me what you think about it. But overall, for $40, you really can't go wrong with this little phone here because it does work well. Yeah, other than a little bit of screen lag at times, it's a good phone. So anyway, if you got any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like button if this video was helpful in any way. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom. I'd appreciate that as well. Y'all have a good one. Stay tuned for the next video.